Hey everyone, I'm gonna maybe try to continue to tell you what I remember more about the story, because you see, each book has about 3 parts to it. It's not a long book, but I got to the edge of book 3. When we last left, he was looking for a spider, and then he found this black spider, and he was being tugged, whoosh, and being tugged away. Yeah. Well, basically, we found out that this one spider that he was being tugged is actually called Darkness. And I was very confused, because I was thinking, what's this? Shadow, hello? And I thought, okay, maybe he didn't want to be called Darkness, maybe something else happened, which made him change his name. Well, anyway, anyway, so he was continuing, and then he started talking in his mind, which is weird, because you see, in the book, you actually have something called like a mind reading, where you can actually read characters' minds, spiders' minds who are connected to you, which is weird because you're supposed to be connected to one, like how Hunter cannot read Venus or Brutus's or other spiders, but he read Shadow's mind, so I thought, okay, so that is a spider, never mind. Actually, there's a surprise, this spider, Darkness, he actually met earlier, in chapter 2 or chapter 3, I didn't talk about, but when he was out going on that water slide underground after he got sucked into the dirt, he got trapped on a spider web. The spider web had a giant spider. There's a giant spider which didn't came down. He broke the web to get free, and then he actually explained that to him. He said, "Hey, we met before. You got caught in my web earlier." And they're like, that's a surprise. That's a cool surprise. Well, anyway, they were talking, and then all of a sudden, Darkness got attacked by some bugs. Of course, bad bugs. Some scorpions and others. Scorpions were apparently are very terrible, evil bug creatures. I was like, okay. Anyway, he actually got attacked and he got knocked out. And then all of a sudden, another spider came around and was talking to Hunter. Said, "What are you doing with Darkness? What happened to him?" Because he got pulled away. And then this one, I was like, another spider's talking to him? This makes no sense. The one that came up is actually Shadow. This guy. And he caught himself an untamed, he caught himself an untamed raw. He's a natural spider. He doesn't have a partner. Well, he tried to convince him. Apparently, with the mind meld thing, you can actually read each other's minds. So he actually read his mind and he realized what Hunter was saying was mostly true. So they went to go find him. They were being held by those scorpion bad people. So they went to go find him, and also, coincidentally, they actually found Corona and Ignis and Magma as well. And they're wondering, what's everyone doing here? They're going to find the second key. There's a second shard, which they are trying to collect, and Shadow and Hunter went to go find Darkness. Darkness happens to be an elder, like a teacher, someone that Shadow looks up to. So they charged in, and they got attacked by the yucky buggies. They went to go find them. Krona realizes that he is actually, Krona's learning that Hunter's not terribly, this is still going on forever, that they don't trust him. It's going on forever compared to the story, compared to the anime. Sheesh. Shadow does have a little temper, fighting, whatever, but he feels more respectful in here compared to the anime, though. But anyway, they went charging in, they had to defend themselves, they got attacked, and then, let's see if we can find the... Nope. Okay. Just checking. Anyway, so they did end up finding them, and he was stuck in a cage. And it's so weird. It's so cool. Hunter is slowly getting away from his arachnophobia. Some of the spiders are actually understanding that, hey, Hunter is not a terrible person. You can actually believe in him and trust him. They were fighting, but some of them got attacked. Some of the humans got attacked. Unfortunately, Darkness was sacrificing himself to save everyone else. But Shadow had to have a promise. Darkness said, please listen to this human, listen to Hunter Steel, please partner up with him. He has something inside him. I don't know what it is, but it's good. And then he said, I will promise that. And unfortunately, Darkness had to die. And they died, but I believe right now they got the second shard they were looking for. So we do have Hunter finally slowly getting accepted. I still don't know who this guy is. And that's the end of part 2. The second part, the part 3 has about 60-ish pages. I'm gonna finish reading those soon, and that would be the end of book 1. But as of now, with how this guy here in the corner of the right side here got the Manico, how he got the spider, I'm still not the biggest fan of the book. People always say, read a book. Go read a book. Yeah, read a book. I said, yeah, I can. I know how to read books. I just don't. 1, I have ADHD, so I can't really read that well. 2, I get bored of it. I sometimes get tired. I'm even tired of trying to write a book. But it is definitely different. You're always saying the book is better. And I said, yeah, well, I watched the show about 20 years ago, before the book even came out. Or before I knew it was a book, and before I even got a hold of the book. Right? So, now you're saying, how are you going to like it? Well, I like the pictures. I like the pictures. I don't really care too much for the book of this. I do prefer the anime of the Spider-Rider series. Some of it is cool, but some of it makes no sense. Because you see, in the TV show, Corona, has a bow and arrow. He has a spear, like a double-edged spear. And Igneous has a lance. And Magma has one of these giant maces. He still has the mace. Brutus still has the mace. Magma. This guy doesn't have his powers yet. In here, she has the lance, and she apparently has a sword. And I didn't get to figure out what Igneous has, and I thought, this is so wrong. They're just changing those around. But again, the story says that she's a nice, kind person. Yeah, well, in the story, they all are shit to Hunter Steel. Of course, in the beginning, you should have your trust issues. But the more you keep repeating something, if someone keeps saying, hey, I'm innocent, I didn't do this, listen to me, you dumbass moron. Maybe you should, I don't know, eventually listen to the person, because I would be getting tired of hearing the person repeat themselves. I'm like, okay, I get it. fine. You're not a bad guy. Sheesh. Especially after how many times he proves himself. And if it takes a spider, a dead spider, to prove to everyone else that Hunter Steel is a nice, good person, then you better listen to him, or I think I'm gonna go into the book and slap them all. Well, this is part 3 of how far of my review of the story, and I'm gonna finish the book 1 soon. Bye.